Thank you, Lord Mayor. My backbench concern is about having a need for high-quality enforcement and planning. This is an issue that is really dear to my heart because I think planning is one of the things that can actually make or break a community. And I think enforcement, when planners put lots of conditions in, then nobody then follows it up, and how it then goes on and on. That one little issue, I'll just go through the little issues to tell you. There's a shop at the bottom of the road who's got a wall that should be 4 foot high. He's made it 7 foot high. Not very much, but then again, he shouldn't have done it, and it should be brought down. And people phone up the council, complain about it. Officers don't respond to their phone calls or emails. Another concern, there's a sandwich shop, again at the bottom of the street, who's got shutters on. He's not allowed to have shutters on. So all day, you've got a shop that there for 20 years was a sandwich shop that looked and added to the community, has now got solid green shutters that now bring the community as if it's looking neglected. The next 3 issues are issues that were brought to my attention by the local community at a Save Our Beeston meeting about the PFI on Fairfax Road. They had a generator that was running all night long. Officers didn't respond, and eventually it was turned off after a week of the local residents not getting any sleep. And the reason why the generator was on is because the night security man was cold. But the community, and nobody enforced it, it was us as councillors that got in contact with the PFI people that brought it to a stop. The other one is the Asda on Old Lane. We're getting a new Asda. It's when it was raining, the mud on the road was disgusting. They closed the local footpath down so people couldn't have access. Things like this. And when people then phone up the council and say, this shouldn't be allowed, the council officer glibly says, oh, we didn't know they'd started work yet. So then the residents then report at a community meeting actually mocking the council and saying they don't even know what's going on in their own community. They put the conditions down, but they don't even know about it. The third one was also another PFI build, and this is an unfortunate one because it's the PFI in Holbeck, and it's Jenkinson's lawn, and it's actually a building estate on a building site going through an estate, and this estate road is just full of mud. The brewery wouldn't go down and deliver beer to Holbeck Working Men's Club. You can imagine crisis. Oh. So these are important issues, as you can see. So I feel that we as a community deserve a decent service from planning and from enforcement, and the enforcement either need to have more teeth, they need to act quicker, and they then need to make sure that people abide by what we're saying. And I can see from nodding faces that a lot of people have the same issues. You send emails to officers, you're lucky if there's a reply, and then if they reply, it's not a satisfactory reply, so you email again and nobody responds. As I said, this is an issue that is passionate to the community as well as myself, because, as I said, and I need to repeat it, planning can either make or break a community. If buildings aren't maintained properly and they don't have faith in the whole system, so when planning say these are the conditions, the community laughs because they say, well, who's going to enforce it? So I am really passionate. So what I think should happen is, because I don't want this to go down a road and never happen, is that more training needs to go in with planning officers on how to communicate with us as councillors, how to communicate with members of the public. If they say they're going to phone back or email back, do it, because there's nothing annoys people more when people promise and then don't deliver. So please, Councillor Gruen, would you take back to your department my concerns? Thank you.
Councillor Khan, you need to get a move on.
Oh. Thank you, Lord Mayor. Can I just formally echo every word Councillor Gabriel has said, and I'll leave that there.
Well done. Councillor Gruen to respond.
Well, this is a genuine backbench concern, but actually one that I recognise from many wards throughout the city. So I think it's a very well put case. Let me say in general terms to start off with that in the first 3 quarters of last year we had 73 enforcement notices, 4 temporary stop notices. There was an extremely high-profile case in Morley that we pursued in terms of a stop notice, for example. In some cases, the applicants or the appellants are very intransigent, go even through High Court action and make promises which are not delivered. And my war colleagues and I know of one such case which, after 7 years of massive intervention through planning enforcement, has still not been satisfactorily resolved. So I know Councillor Gabriel and Councillor Khan know these are not easy issues. Between October and December 2014, we've issued 23 enforcement notices. Compare that to 1 in Manchester, 1 in Liverpool, 1 in Newcastle, 13 in Birmingham. So what I'm trying to say is it is not a lack of understanding or a lack of dedication or a lack of effort. It is also, I think now, I can say, our relationship between planning services and legal services is better than it ever has been in the past. However, it is still not, in our view as elected members, robust enough, quick enough, effective enough, or good enough. And I accept that challenge, that there is more to be done. However, as the Chief Planning Officer will remind me, rightly, we live within very tight resources, a very tight cost envelope, and we have to find those resources somewhere. My answer has been, you need to find those resources from somewhere else. Because elected members, plans panel chairs, don't want to sit every 3 weeks, agree the conditions you say, and then obvious flouting of those conditions. So I accept the challenge. We need to do better. You are our eyes and ears, and some of you do it more proactively than others. But please keep pushing at us so that we deliver an even better service. Thank you.